Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is caitom and the infant update is finally out. Now, I don't play a lot of Sims outside of build mode, so this update kind of has me reviving some old households of mine to continue on their legacy. And also, perhaps maybe try the 100 baby challenge for the first time. I don't know, a lot to think about, but yeah. Today we are building on a 20 by 15 lot called Rindle Rose in the world of Willow Creek, and it is for a small family welcoming their new baby, of course. And one thing I made sure to include are almost all of the new items that came with the update, as well as essentials for newborns, all the way up to toddlers, just because I thought that if you ended up having more children, there would already be items for them. And, you know, for a base game house like this, I feel like you should be able to just age up your children without having any issues, or well, just money issues of getting all the items you need. But yeah, another thing about this house is that I built it on unlimited funds. No, this is not a starter house, but it is still at an affordable price of around 35,000 simoleons, I think. But yeah, this is just a base game build to celebrate the new life stage and the newly added items. And I will say that I have been seeing a lot of Simmers comment about the lack of changing tables, and that just means that the dirty diapers will end up being thrown on the floor and sneaking up the house unless you know, pick them up and throw them away. I don't know, I haven't actually tested that out or actually seen that gameplay because of course I am a builder at heart. But yeah, let me know what you think about that, because that kind of sounds like a nightmare already if you end up having to keep up with multiple infants at a time. And I guess if you're doing the 100 baby challenge, you best hope that it is hopefully something you can manage. But yeah, I pretty much got the whole exterior done. The whole shape of the house is pretty simple. It's just kind of like a square with a rectangle on the side. And I don't know, I want to say that I built this based off a reference picture, but this does not look like the reference picture at all. It's more of like I just got the shape of the house, but the shape is also pretty simple. So yeah, and right here I am in the debug catalog just grabbing some landscaping because I wasn't sure how expensive this house I was going to make it out to be, so I just wanted to kind of save on funds just in case. I did end up having like a leftover of 1,000 simoleons, so if the house seems a little plain, just know that you could probably spruce it up a little with, I don't know, probably your own funds, and maybe just taking out the decorations that I added. Although decorations is a bit of an understatement because there really aren't many, and most of them are just in the bathroom and the infant room. But yeah, right here I'm just working on the floor plan. As you can see, there is a bit of change up going on just because I wasn't really sure what to do with the space and how to divide it and all that, because I did put windows on, not almost every wall, I did put windows on every single wall besides the bathroom. And that just kind of made it hard for me to place counters against the wall and not have it like clipped. Like you can see the counter through the window. I don't really like that. So I do end up changing the windows a little bit before deciding on having the kitchen right in the entryway and having a small little dining area with the living space kind of tucked in this, you know, own little corner, as well as a desk space. So I did end up including both a TV and a computer, and that is a big win, I think, because although 35 simoleons isn't starter house funds, it's still not like as much. Sure, I probably could have picked a nicer computer now that I think about it, because those leftover funds I did use to add some clutter to the kitchen, I think. I don't really remember. But right over here is the kitchen right outside the entryway, and I know some people might think, but hey Tom, that is not realistic. But you know, when it comes to these budget houses, I don't think realism can really be a top priority. So we're just going with what works well with the space, and I think that just makes sense when it comes to building in The Sims. And if you heard that thud, that was my water bottle that I just hit with my hand. But anyways, if you probably haven't noticed, this kind of decorating style is not my usual, well, not really style. It's not the usual sort of decorating path that I go through. So right here, I'm just getting all of the essential items that I know I want to include in the house, and then I'll probably go back in later and add my decorations. And I think it's just a better way to sort of decorate houses when you don't have unlimited funds, or when you're choosing to not give yourself unlimited funds. But yeah, so here in the parents' bedroom, as I sort of sift through that, it does end up being a little bit more plain compared to the child's bedroom. And you know, that's just not my fault. Adults, young adults, and elders, not elders, just adults, they've had their time to shine. Here, for this house, we have to focus on the younger age groups. So that is what we're doing. And about the bathroom, I just want to mention that the tub, it is faced, I want to say, in the opposite direction of how I would usually face it. Because when you hold the tub, there are arrows indicating where your sim would walk into. But I saw a clip on Twitter, I think, or maybe Instagram, of someone like turning it around and it still functions. And I sat there in disbelief because I almost make all of my bathrooms 2x3 tiles, and that is kind of like the max amount of tiles you need to have a tub, a sink, and a faucet, probably. But anyways, that kind of that kind of tub, having it face only a certain direction, does not leave that much room for creativity when it comes to laying out the bathroom. So this is a game changer. I don't think it works with tub shower combos because there's an animation to open the shower, but I haven't tried that, so who knows, maybe it does work for certain tubs. I honestly doubt it. But yeah, so right here I am in the living room, finally getting the final furniture that I'm using. I did decide to go for a sort of blue and beige kind of color scheme, despite the house exterior being white, green, and gray. But you know, it's not like the whole house has to coordinate, although usually I tend to make them coordinate. But it's nice to have the exterior separate from the interior. But yeah, this wallpaper that I chose is one that used to be my favorite base game wallpapers. It's also a bit on the pricier side. I want to say it costs like 4 or 8 simoleons. It is a different swatch of the leaf wallpaper that we have. And that's just because I didn't want to use any of the wallpapers that I usually go for, like the cheap 2 simoleon wallpapers with the I don't know what it's called, but there's like white at the top and bottom. The one that I'm using here in the parents' bedroom. It's just something I do end up going for a lot, and there are only a couple swatches that I do really like the blue variants and the green variants. And like I said, the whole living space, listen, it's an open concept and I've decided to make it all cohesive, sort of. So yeah, I guess I do end up ignoring that statement when it comes to the parents' bedroom, because why is it green and blue as well as like black from the rug? I don't know. I want to say that I didn't give much thought to the parents' room, and I don't think I need to state that because it's almost apparent with the way that I decorated it. But yeah, right here is the bathroom. Rare footage of me decorating a bathroom, by the way. I tend to cut those out just because I like to make my videos kind of a decent watch time length or whatever. This one in particular is, I want to say like 13 minutes. A step up from my my almost 30-minute videos that I do end up cutting down to 20. But that is a topic for another day. Right here is where I got all of the new clutter and decided to figure out how I can place it on this wardrobe. Right over here, I go back and try to add these baby wipes on top of the toilet. I did play test this build, and it seems that the wipes is completing with the toilet, so I do just opt for a shelf above the toilet. So yeah, just one little thing. But yeah, I did play test this build. like I said I would. And also another thing I said I would do is include floor plan pictures at the end of my videos. And I know I did say that for my previous video and I completely forgot to add that. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I watched through the whole video and I made sure to include the screenshots of the floor plan, but that didn't happen. So I posted it in the community tab. But no worries, this house for sure has the floor plan in it. I mean, it's just one picture, so it's not like I'll forget it. Teehee. But right here is the backyard. So there's really not much to it. I tried to include as many skill items as I could. And it was during this time of decorating that I realized that I didn't include other skill items for the parents. So when I go back in and start decorating, I do make sure to include, I want to say an easel and maybe a guitar or something. Yeah, and also a woodworking bench. I don't know how common it is for you guys to play with woodworkers. Personally, I kind of forget that skill exists. But, you know, it's good to have a handy sim that can probably fix up all the cheap appliances that are maybe not on this lot. I don't know, are my appliances cheap? I don't think they are. Besides a computer, maybe. But yeah. And right over there, you saw me try and place a debug rug. I think that's something that comes with the default infant. I don't know why you can't delete it. I thought it looks really cute and I was really hoping I could sort of use it as an actual rug, but you can't. But yeah, as we continue to kind of fill up the rest of the lot with all of these landscaping items, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Of course, if you want to download this build, it is up on the gallery under my ID, caitom. Tray files and details of the build are in the description box below. Thank you again for chatting with me, and I hope to see you guys at the next one. Bye for now.